So we want to try to find that right balance there. Okay. So customers and the company both get what they want. So let's recap these few vocab words here. Emerging, right? So these are emerging technologies. They're coming into existence, right? People are inventing all of these things. And leveraging is exerting power or influence, okay? So we get our leveraged information. It exerts power on how you do business, right? And bits and bytes are another name for a kind of a slang word for computer programs. And intervention is involvement. So our automation usually has no human intervention, right? Dramatically is highly effective, okay? And it can be a lot, a great amount. Integrating is combining, as we said, and advocates are supporters. And substantial is a large amount, usually, of something, and mediated are dependent on. Okay, so a lot of these new systems are dependent on computers for them to work. And strike the right balance, as we said, is to find a compromise. Okay, so let's take a look at our second topic here, unbundling production. So we know what bundling is, right? It is tying together, we can say, two or more things, right? Okay, so a lot of times when you buy a new computer, you will get a bundle, or computer software will be bundled together that you buy for your new computer. Unbundling then is the opposite of that, is breaking those bundles apart. So let's see what that is. Technology helps companies to utilize fixed assets more efficiently by disaggregating monolithic systems into reusable components. Okay, so what are we doing here? Here's a couple of big words. All right, disaggregating means a lot like the same as bundling, right? Is to separate. Okay, monolithic systems are one system, or one of a whole, right? Well, one whole. Monolithic is only one part to it, and one part of this system, into reusable components. Okay, so components, we know already that this means what? Parts, right? Parts of anything. So they measure and meter the use of each and bill for that use in ever smaller increments to cost effectively. So they get to more effective costing procedures by billing for these parts or increments, another word that means parts, or, okay, yeah, parts or steps in a process. Okay, and we get a better way to estimate or get our costs in there, right? So information and communications technologies handle the tracking and metering critical to the new models and make it possible to have effective allocation and capacity planning systems. So we've got all these new business models, the ways to do things that help us by tracking and metering, or maybe sometimes we could say measuring, right? These business models, or whatever happens in the processes, and we can then have effective allocation, and allocation is distribution of these systems on how much capacity we can have, is a good example. Okay, so like Amazon.com, we've all heard of that, for example, has expanded its business model to let other retailers use its logistics and distribution services. Okay, so it lets other people use its logistics or planning, right? And moving products and services and supplies, okay,